Good morning, everyone. My name is Venus Carne Maria, and today I will present my research. My research title is about the effect of diversity of religion in students' learning ability of English language of B.Ed 21 school year 2019-2020. Okay, the problem and its background. Religion in the Philippines is marked by a majority of people adherents of Christian faith. At least 92% of it is Christian. 92% of the population. At least 81% of it belongs to the Catholic Church, while the 11% belongs to the Protestantism, Orthodoxy, Restorationist, and Independent Catholicism, and other denominations such as Iglesia Filipina Independiente, Iglesia ni Cristo, Seventh-day Adventist, United Church of Christ in the Philippines, Member Church of God International, and Evangelicals. The problem and its study. The curriculum was The old curriculum was traditional assessment, while the curriculum now, is, which is the K-12 curriculum, is now authentic assessment. That is why I, the researcher, have come out to this study. Theoretical framework. The theories of religion can be classified into two. The sociology of religion is the study of the beliefs, practices, and organizational forms of religion using the tools and methods of the disciples of sociology. Statement of the problem. This study is aimed to identify the effect, what are the effects of diversity of religion in students' learning ability in English language. The first one is the demographic profile of the respondents in terms of their religion, name, sex, age, course. The second one is what are the religious practices done in their local church. The third one is what are the effects of the church involvement in their learning ability in English language. The last one is their general weighted average. Okay, for the conceptual framework, the input will be the religion profile, name, age, sex, and the process will be I, the researcher, will give will give some questionnaires to the respondents, and they will answer it, and that would be the output. It will determine the effects of diversity of religion in their learning ability in English language. Next one, significance of this study. So this study will be conducted for the benefiting of the following persons. Of course, the first one is I, the researcher. Of course, I am a future educator, English educator, so I might apply my religious values to my future students in order for them to, of course, improve their learning ability in English language. The second one is for the teachers. So this study could be a good reference for the teachers to apply their ability in learning English language by their religion. For the third one and the last one is for the students. This study will be conducted for the benefited of the students, for them to be aware of the effects of diversity of religion in students' learning ability in English language. Next, the scope and delimitation. This study is concerned with the effects of diversity of religion in students' learning ability in English language between the B.Ed students of the City University of Pasay. The respondents of this study is B.Ed 2-1 students of the said university. And as this will be obtained from this study are applicable only in City University of Pasay. Definition of terms. First one, ability. Ability means to, the quality or state of being able. The second one is absolute, especially physical or mental or legal power to do something. The third one is adherent. When we say adherent, it is a believer in or advocate especially of a particular idea or church. Okay, the fourth one is attain. When we say attain, it is to reach as an end or to gain or to achieve. Authentic assessment. When we say authentic assessment, it is the measurement of the intellectual accomplishment that are worthwhile, significant, and of course, meaningful. And the sixth one is the collaboration. When we say collaboration, it is to work jointly with others or to collaborate. Competencies. When we say competencies, it is the possession of sufficient knowledge. Okay, next one. Contextualizes. When we say contextualizes, it is to place something such as a word or activity in a context. The next one is denomination. When we say denomination, it is an organization whose congregations are united in their adherence to its beliefs and practices. Okay, the next one is distinguish. When we say distinguish, it is to separate into kinds, classes, or categories. Diversity. When we say diversity, it is variety or especially the inclusion of different types of people, such as people, races, and cultures. The next one is doctrines. When we say doctrines, it is a system of belief. The next one is faith. When we say faith, it is the destination or the will. Next one, globalization. When we say globalization, it is the act or process of globalizing. Guaranteeing. When we say guaranteeing, it is an assurance for the fulfillment of a condition. Learning. When we say learning, it is an experience or act of one that learns. Next, reverence. Next, sacred. When we say sacred, it is holy. They are the same. Okay, segregation. When we say segregation, it is the separation of isolation. Second one is it's spiritual. It is the religious values. The next one is sought, means to go or to resort to. The next one is teachings. Teachings is about something taught, just like the doctrine. Theology. When we say theology, it is the study of the beliefs, practices. Okay? Traditional assessment. It refers to the assessment a standardized test wherein the students just have their limited limited answer to the question. It includes the multiple choices, the true or false, or the short responses. Okay? The next one is the variable. When we say variable, it is able or up to vary or subject to changes. The next one. Okay, let's have this. The review of related literature and studies. I have some of reviewed literature and studies connected to my topic. Okay. According to Senofonte Fabio and Henrik Rosa, 2018, he reveals that schools are eternalized and legitimize a Catholic discourse. And moreover, religion influence decision making, self-esteem, academic performance, and of course other issues. Okay? For the local literature, Loyola 2019, she says that the Philippines is one of the countries that are best known in speaking English as their second language. She also says that both Filipino and English are being used in classroom, but the English is the only language that can be used in teaching science, mathematics, and of course the technology courses. Okay, for the foreign study, according to Zhang 2012, applying the Bible encourages a person to maintain a certain work ethic that could influence both their life and behavior. Okay, for the last one, the last local study, according to Magulo Jr., learning styles refers to how students learn and process information in their ways. Okay. The next one is the synthesis of the reviewed related literature and studies. The related literature and studies gathered were significantly to the present study. Most of the works and studies are based on the diversity of religion and of course the academic performance of the students. They are they are significant in such a way that they give emphasis to the present study. Okay, let's go to the chapter 3, which is the research methodology. So this research is a descriptive research design. It is one way of gathering the data. The next one is research respondents. Okay, for this study, the research respondents are BEd 2-1 of the City University of Pasay in the College of Education, and they are composed of 42 students, male and female. They are officially enrolled in the school year 2019-2020. The next one is research instruments. Okay, this research instruments. I use I use questionnaire in data gathering, and these questions or questionnaires has two parts. The first part is about the religious practice done in their local church, and the second one is the effects of learning ability in English language. Okay, so the statements will found out through the Likert scale. So these are the responses. So 5 for always, 4 for sometimes, 3 for frequent, 2 for often, and 1 for seldom. For the data gathering procedure, so I, the researcher, will give 1 hour to the students to answer the question to avoid the hasty responses, and of course, for them to able to think about how they are going to answer it. and of course, for them to answer it honestly. Okay, for the last one, for the statistical treatment of data, I use percentage because percentage is um, a way for the, what do you call this? It is a way for the, what do you call this? For the data to, of course, have the, what do you call this? Percentage of population. So this is the formula. The formula will be P equals F divide N times 100, where P is percentage, F is frequency, N is number of respondents, 100 is the constant number. And for the weighted mean, this is the formula. HP minus LP divide LOS or low score. Okay? For the verbal information, 4.21 to 5 means always. 3.5 to 4.21 means sometimes. 2.61 to 3.4 equals frequently. 1.81 to 2.60 means often. 1 to 1.80 means seldom. So that is, what do you call this? So that is my presentation. And again, my research title is about the effect of diversity of religion in students' learning ability in English language. That's all. Thank you.